Now, before we get into the final league racing video of 2023, I just wanted to say I hope you guys had a great Christmas, and I hope you all enjoyed the time with your friends and your family, and I hope you all lived in the moment. Now, welcome to the last league racing video of 2023. It is the final round of the SLR season, round 20 for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and this is it. We have finally made it. 4 long months of this game, and we have reached the end of another season in SLR. If you haven't seen the last one, go and check it out before you see this one to avoid spoilers, because I will say we finished 4th last time out in Brazil. I'm looking to end the season on a good note.
Solid.
And in the background you could see that we finished our first proper lap in qualifying. We got 3rd with a 21.8, and now it is time to end the season one last time with a lap. Going through it by yours truly. Exit the last corner, and you want to spot the 50-meter board at turn 1, the black box on the right hand side. Hit the brakes at 4th gear, and we have a little bit of a moment on the exit, and that's going to cost us a little bit of time. And as we go through turns 2 and 3, completely flat. Make sure you use the curb on the inside to just minimize the distance between yourself and turn 5, where you hit the brakes at the 50-meter board. We managed to brake a little bit later, but we do miss the apex by quite a distance, and that again has cost us on the delta. So checkered flag has fallen here, so this is our last chance to get higher than P5, because that's where we've dropped to. On the anchors once again, down towards turn 6, you want to brake as the curb changes colour on the outside. It just allows you to open up the corner a little bit more, and we've got a very nice drive out of turn 7, and now we are level on the delta as DRS has been opened once again. Down towards turn number 9, 5th gear, trying to get as close as you can to the apex, early on the throttle as you possibly can, and we have gained over a 10th through that one corner alone, and now we've got one more sector to go. This tricky hotel section where you just want to try and put as much throttle down through this double left-hander as possible. Don't do a Latifi on the exit, and we managed to get out of it, and we found another half a tenth as we go through the final corner. We turn in way too early. We fly off the circuit, and we've completely ruined the lap. Somehow it was still valid, and it's P6 with a 21.7. and I was annoyed about it in the background, but it turns out it didn't really mean much, because even if we improved, we would have been P6 anyway. But yeah, decent end to the session. You know, P6 is not too bad, but yeah, we completely bottled the last corner. That cost us a 10th, and my PB was a 0.6, but even if we got it, you know, we wouldn't have been any higher up. So in hindsight, can't be too mad about it. So let's get into the race for one final time.
Alright, good luck.
So here we are, time for the final race of the season. Only 15 of us racing here, as you know, most of the concerns with the championship has been sealed in the last race at Brazil. So we're going to try and have some fun. Let's see how far we can get. I am hoping for a solid end to the season, but let's see how we do, as the 5 red lights are about to go out here, and we are underway one more time in SLR in 2023, and it's a decent getaway. We get down the inside of the BRTO in the AlphaTauri at turn 1. We make sure we leave him space on the inside, but by the time we get to turns 2 and 3, we have managed to lock in P5. So once again, we've made some good progress off the line, but Owen is trying to come back out as round the outside into turn 5. Into turn 5 we go, where a famous overtake happened on the inside line on the last lap. We're still side by side with Owen as we blast our way down towards the chicane. Meanwhile, my bro with a laggy mic is having some problems of his own.
Oh, I've been dive bombed by power. Oh, god damn it. I can't do this anymore. I actually can't be bothered.
And just like that, Darren has got damage. I made a short clip on it just before I made this video and uploaded it, and yeah, it did pretty well. He got damage on the first lap, and that pretty much sums up his season, which is very unfortunate. And yeah, hopefully he can have a bit more luck next season. Meanwhile, in the background, Snipes is having a bit of a kerfuffle through the third sector. He's allowed the top 2 to get away by just a little bit, but honestly, we've dropped to P6 a couple of laps later. We let Owen through, and yeah, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I could not focus for the life of me. It kind of felt like a pre-season race, as nothing's on the line here. As meanwhile, the McLaren of FG Sheba is on our inside through the chicane.
Oh, I've pushed him off. I've completely pushed him off. Whoops.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
Yikes. Sorry, Sheba. I'm struggling to care. I'm sorry.
And that is not an example of my finest driving. We completely bounce over the curb and shove him off the track. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm not really caring about this race. Not much is on the line. We've pretty much still P5 in the Drivers' Championship as well. Meanwhile, on to lap 15, we had 2 warnings early on, and we get a 3rd warning for track limits. And as you can tell as well, I'm trying to make sure that you guys can properly hear the comms throughout the races, just to make sure you guys know what's going on throughout the whole race, as we're going to pit for a set of medium tyres on the end of lap 15, and that penalty is not going to help us. But basically, we shouldn't have done this, because I did a race a couple of days before in AEC for the final race with FG, where we did manage to get P7 in the Constructors' Championship there. I pitted on this very lap, and it ended up costing us right at the end of the race, because we're trying to defend against drivers on fresher tyres. So, to make matters worse, we've lost ground to the top 6, 7, like to the top 5, I think, at that point. So we're basically undercutting absolutely no one. We are channeling our 2016 Vettel Germany vibes here, as we're undercutting no one, and you're going to see that coming to fruition on the very next lap. So on to lap 17, you can see a few people ahead of us. Snipes and Ads have all boxed for a set of mediums, and we're going to find out.
I've been overcut by Snipes. Phenomenal. Lovely. I'm having a very good race.
Overcut by the whole field, but you don't see me complaining. Head down.
Ads and Snipes have overcut us, and Darren's just telling us to get on with it. And that's exactly what we're going to try and do, because now we can try and make some progress and see if we can get to the back of the top 6. So here we are, right behind the newly crowned McKeown Division champion in Snipes in the Alfa Romeo, and we're just going to sit behind him for now and see if we can pick off a chance to try and overtake the champion. Out of turn 7 we go. We're going to get the DRS. We're going to turn on the overtake button, trying to get a little bit closer to him. But now, as you can see, his red light is about to start flashing, which means he's got less than 10% ERS. And we're going to try and go for this move, try and pass him as soon as possible. We do a beautiful switchback through turn 9. We're side by side with the Alfa Romeo as we're going through down towards the hotel section. I think we've managed to just sneak ahead, but through this right hand up.
Cheers, pal. Very good.
And as you can see, it has not ended well. As meanwhile, Crispy, I think he's got damage, but we've gone spinning round at the hotel section, and that is our race effectively ruined.
Oh, it's virtual. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Oh well, I can pit.
That's his own fault. I don't know why he's still fighting me there.
And you can hear my very angry thoughts on the incident. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because I was pretty certain I was ahead of him going into the corner. So let me know what you think of it. I didn't report him for it. It's the last race of the season. There's not much point going for it. And now we're going to see if we can pass him again through turn 9. We tried the inside last time. We're going to try the outside this time. Meanwhile, there's a yellow flag ahead of us, because I think Midzi has been spun round by Jaeger up ahead. And now we're up into P5. And now there's another car just ahead of us. And crucially, he's got a 3-second time penalty. So we can still try and snatch P4 in this race. But the problem is that the DRS train is completely broken. And we are going to have absolutely no chance of fighting Owen and Co up ahead in the top 3 spots. So it's not looking great for us. And I did admit during the stream that, you know, I'm not really driving that well at all. You know, it's the last race of the season, but, you know, I just don't feel like I'm driving that well. And, yeah, basically just catching the end of season blues here. As you can see here, we're running out of battery, and we've got DRS. We're looking to see if we can keep up with Snipes. We were just swapping places. Going into the chicane, we've made a mistake here, and that's going to be crucial.
Still, there's 6 stops to go.
Oh, just lost the DRS again. Oh my god, I'm terrible.
And you can hear me getting frustrated because we make a very silly error there, and now Roller and Drastic Blaze are just going to breeze past us like it's absolutely nothing, and we're down to 8th place, so we're not having a good race here to end the season, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, you can't win them all, but yeah, I was getting annoyed because I was struggling so much to focus at the start of the race. It just, you know, we were laughing a lot. It felt like a proper pre-season race with nothing on the line, and as a result, we haven't really driven that well at all. As we move on to lap 26, my teammate, SLR Medal, on the preferred strategy, which is the overcut. So if you are racing around Abu Dhabi, you want to try that. As he's pitted for soft tyres, and we're going to let him through. You can see we're weaving about, letting him know that we're not going to fight him. And just like, you know, he's been doing this for us quite a lot this season. We're going to return the favour to our teammate, and he moves up into 8th place, looking to make those soft tyres work. He's yet to get a penalty as well, which will help him along. And we do not get dragged along. We kind of get left behind as our race pace is absolutely in the bin as we move on to the last lap of the season. And yeah, nothing much really happened. You know, we've got 11 drivers, so yeah, it's a proper last race of the season. No one's really caring about anything, as the, you know, the championships have been pretty much settled here. But as we go through the hotel section for the 29th and final time, you know, it's not been the race that we have wanted, that is for sure. As meanwhile, Ads has won his first race of the season, and he has made it 10 different winners over the course of the season, which is insane. But we're going to come around the final corner and end a very good season here in the McEwen division.
Oh my god, he's died for me.
Thank God.
Oh,
Good season anyway. Caution route.
there's contact. They've made contact at the final sector. But it's the one for... Oh, he's in the wall.
Sparked by 250.
Let's go!
Unbelievable scene.
Oh my god.
250 gets the point.
What a battle.
So there you go,
That is battle
closing
of the
scenes of the season. Darren beats Merckx to get the final point. For us, it's not really how we wanted to end the season. I was hoping that we could be competitive once again for a podium place, but the pace wasn't really there, the care wasn't there, and we kind of end it on a bit of a whimper. But, you know, we managed to have a really good season here, and, you know, this race might not reflect it too much, but, you know, just a bit of fun to end the season. That's why I kind of included Darren's audio there when he was fighting Merckx. But we're going to go over the standings one final time. In the Constructors, me and Medal managed to get 4th place in the championship after a very slow start to the season, which I'm really happy with. You know, Medal went through his share of bad luck along with myself across the season, and we're a very good pairing, and I think that 4th place is a fair reflection of how good we have been as a team, getting maximum points. So I'm really happy with that. You know, he might not be on my teammate next season, so it's nice to end it on a high note. And we're going to talk about the Drivers' Championship as well. You can see McLaren have won that, the Constructors, but in the Drivers' Championship, Snipes is your champion. Well deserved, very consistent, and for us, it is P5 in the championship. And honestly, I can't complain. I did not expect to be in the top 10 when the season started, so to finish 5th with a lot of improvements can make me a very happy man. And, you know, that win in Japan was very special. We had our share of bad luck as well, which I'm hoping to tune out next season and try and be a bit more consistent and try and challenge those at the front. But thank you guys so much for joining for the season, and I'll see all of you in 2024.